Welcome to ZestFest 2021.
Real quick, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
We got to update that. He said we've done 4 inaugurations. We've actually done 6. So we'll get that updated.
Well, we've done them the last 24 years, and so divide that at 4, that's 6. And plus 2 in Washington, that's 8.
So 8. We've done 8 inaugurations.
All right. Anyway, a little bit more about Eddie Dean. We're a catering company out of Terrell, Texas, but we got facilities in Dallas. Eddie Dean's Ranch has actually been bought by TxDOT. After 25 years, they're going to knock it down after 25 years. So if you've ever been to Eddie Dean's Ranch, you want to come by and buy a chair from me because it's all fixing to go away. But we do have Edison's down the street. Edison's I got a 1947 Bentley in the foyer. It's a real cool place. If you got a wedding that needs to happen, it's a really nice venue. We go everywhere as a caterer, but are we duplicating Eddie Dean's Ranch?
We don't know.
We don't know. You know, every day is a possibility.
Right down the street, about half a mile, is Edison's. It's another private party facility. If you're familiar with the area, it's pretty much behind the police station. We've had it for how many years now?
What's that?
Edison's.
About 10, 12 years.
10, 12 years. So, in theory, we are still in motion, but Eddie Dean's Ranch, we'll see what the future holds. How y'all doing today, guys? Glad to see y'all out here.
We hope we get more people because we've got a bunch of ribs out here we're going to sample. Where's Leo and Jenna? Oh, there you are, way over there. You're a long ways from the stage, Leo.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me tell you what we do. Every year, we do this show. We've done it for, it's funny how you use things to reference how long you've been doing something. Well, I've used my kids. I've used things, so I don't know how long we've been doing it. 12 years? 10 years? How long have we been doing this?
Since you were like 3-year-old.
Yeah, so 22 years ago. Anyway, so what we do is we take other people's product, and we smoke ribs, and we add it to it. We give them opportunity to have a platform to get up here and tell their story. At the same time, we do a little bit of barbecue education. We've been doing it for quite a while now. So if you want to, take over, and we'll start right here at number 1.
So hopefully you think these people got an education.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, the source of your knowledge is your experience, so we're going to allow people to come up. Whose ribs you got first there?
Number 1 right here, we got, there you go. Ask if they're out here.
Booth 242, all natural slow burning barbecue sauce, Texas Q. It's Texas Q. Right here, okay. So what we got to do is get you on a mic.
Here's a mic right.
I'll grab the mic here. Audio, video guys, are you guys mic this up? You can come around here. Come on over here, right here. Come on here.
Can we get a round of applause?
All right, talk about your product. What he's going to do is doctor it up, and you got to pass it around and find a friend. Okay.
Pass it around and find a friend?
Yeah, do you have any friends out there?
I do not here.
You will.
Hey,
you will here in a little bit.
If you got ribs, you will.
Okay, so go ahead and talk about your
He's using our Texas Q.
Is this mic on? Get it right in your mouth.
Hello. Hello. There we go.
She's live.
All right. I'm Sloan with Texas Q. Our sauce is just to let you know, we're sold at H-E-B over the last 5 years, and we've just left there an exclusive contract, and we're looking to go national. We have 3 sauces, our original, sweet heat, and slow burn. Slow burn is made with Texas bourbon barreled olive oil, probably the only barbecue sauce in Texas made that way, all natural. None of our sauces actually have any corn syrup, so we're on to something with that. He's using our slow burn now as a glaze, and then it's also great just to pour on anything and eat it, okay? But he's going to be using the slow burn in this case as a glaze. That's what you're fixing to sample. Makes a really good tacky glaze. Sets up real nice. Bold flavor, nice good kick. Not overwhelming the flavor, but definitely letting you know you've got a kick.
Hey, it's kind of got a thicker texture. What is in it?
Well, you know, the olive oil, I think in this particular sauce, the viscosity I noticed is different. So it made it a little thicker.
Cool. Looks good.
So do you have any friends out here?
Hey, does she got any friends out here who want some ribs?
Yeah, I know there's somebody right here, I know.
Leo, you're so far away from the stage.
And I think I met them earlier. You want me to pass them around?
Yeah, you gotta work. You got to earn your keep. Who's next here?
Let's finish it. We got a couple more with that one. Here, pass it out.
Same person.
Yeah, same person. Come off. All right, guys. We got the mic still up here. Okay, this one, apple cinnamon rub, Cowboy Spice. You out there? Cowboy Spice. I saw him earlier. I don't know if he made it up here quite yet. All right, here's what we got. I'll read it to you. Amazing apple and cinnamon taste for ribs, ham, and whole hog. I tell you, it smelled delicious putting on it earlier. Let me go ahead and get you that. We got any barbecue questions while we're at it? We smoked them, yes, sir. Right out front, on that smoker out front. We got our Southern Pride. What we got? Hickory. Those are spare ribs. These are baby backs.
Has a vendor came up?
No, he didn't make it.
So who do we have here?
Anybody want to pass some ribs out?
Who do you have?
Maybe Dana.
All right, so I know everybody's asking the question about this backwards bicycle. What I do is, let me show you how to ride it. What you got to do is rewire your brain. Has anybody ever seen this bicycle up here before? Y'all been here before? You been here before? So what you got to do is turn right to go left. I got a very small stage here to do this one. So any questions about my backwards bicycle? Well, the one question you should ask is, can I ride a regular bicycle? And the answer was no after my brain was programmed to ride this one. So what I did, had to reprogram my brain to ride both. Otherwise, I couldn't drive a car because, you know, typically they don't make GMC and Ford where you turn right to go left. Does that make sense? And I was having problems basically driving sometimes.
Dana.
When I get real tired. I'll be driving down the road thinking I'm going right, you know, and I actually turn left. And so everything was kind of screwed up in my brain. So I had to reprogram to ride both bicycles. So I can be able to, my brain will adapt. What do you got there, Brent?
All right. We got Caballero. Big Ed, where's he at? There he is. I knew he was going to be here.
I thought you were.
It's already gone. Okay.
Come over here and talk about your product. I'm going to talk about that bicycle here in a little bit and explain where I got the idea from. I'm good. Hey, glad to see you. Hey, talk about your product.
Hey folks, my name is Big Ed with Spicy Caballero Seasonings. We're based out of Rockwell, Texas, right up the road. On these ribs here, we're using our Magic Dust Original. We just released it commercially. It's our second commercially packaged product. Just came out with it a couple weeks ago. It's a mild blend, savory, just a little touch of sugar for balance, completely family friendly. So works on everything. It is an all-purpose blend. This one, I decided to use it on the ribs just because it is one of our commercial products, so you guys can come give it a taste and see what it looks like. And that's pretty much it. The inspiration for this product is I lived in East Texas for 8.5 years, and it is inspired on the barbecue flavors of East Texas, along with my Latin American roots. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so everything I make, you know, I gotta represent for my culture. And that's all I got. We're getting ready to try some ribs.
You got to have something more than that.
Tell him your booth number.
I'm in booth number 321. You guys come by. We got 12 different blends. Come check them out.
Hey, tell them your wife's name.
Her name, they can't pronounce it.
Oh, you can't pronounce it?
I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Her name, she goes by Gigi, but it's actually get jealous.
Okay.
If you see it written down, you're not going to be able to pronounce it, I promise you.
So I just don't want you to come up here and not be a benefit to your wife. Here's some napkins. I want you to stay around and help us too.
Okay.
Go ahead and pass those out. Who needs some ribs out here? Who we got next, Brent Dean?
The Clevelander. The Clevelander.
The Clevelander. So about 15, 16 years ago, I was in a homeless shelter, and I asked a question. there was 20 ladies on this side and 40 men in kind of this direction. And I asked this lady, when did she perceive her power or control was taken away? And so she told a story. Then I went to the next one and went through all the ladies. And there was a similarities and difference between all the ladies and all the men. A gentleman just got out of prison. Notice it. He said, everybody's a 5-year-old. So the question is when did you perceive your control or power was taken away? And it was that of a 5-year-old. 5-year-old basically was abused. This individual was abused. 5-year-old all the way across the board. So on the way home that day, I asked the question, what happens when you're 5 years old? Well, you learn how to ride a bicycle. Does that make sense? So what I did is put extra gear in a bicycle to make the point that basically at 5 years old, your brain will be programmed. And people could not ride this bicycle because their brain was programmed to ride the other bicycle. So I got a program in homeless shelters and prison. What we do is teach people how to go back up the stream, the polluted stream of thoughts, and identify what polluted the river. And so think about that. What we're doing is actually going inside these prisons and homeless shelters and asking people to back up to when they were a child again. And so when you're a child, and you look behind you, there is no past that is negative. So we identify what moment the river became polluted. Then we teach them how to identify that pollution and what to do about that. So that's our program. We go into prison, homeless shelter, teaching people how to be a child again.
All right, you
What we
ready?
got here, Brent?
The Clevelander. It's Clevelander. You out here? Oh man, people didn't get the memo. Yeah, read about it.
Booth 604. Who needs some ribs from the Cleveland? Who wants to try the Clevelander? It's maple mustard, rosemary, developed chili style sauce with a slight heat and bright citrus taste. Smooth and buttery. Booth 604. What I'll do is put these down here if y'all want to come this direction. Anybody wants to try this rib?
What vendors are out here right now that's got a seasoning up here? Which one is it? Right here?
Hey.
All right, let's do that one.
Hey, where's our Jamaican friend?
She's right here.
Okay,
oh,
you
we
still
got
here?
her. We got her taken care of.
All right. We're going to make sure we get some
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna get the
Jamaican
one-
jerk flavor there.
All right, ma'am.
Who we got?
Let's bring Pepper Butter up and have her tell her story.
Hey, there you go. How are you? You having a good time? You having a good time?
Having a great time.
All
How
right.
about you?
Talk about your product. Talk about how great you are.
Oh, I'm fabulous.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know
I like
about
that.
So this is our hot pepper butter. We actually, at Deep Fork Foods, are a gourmet spice and condiment company. We do snack foods as well. Our pepper butter is just a consistency description. So on the hot here, we've got serrano and jalapeno, and it's great to slather on the ribs. It's nice as a smear on your sandwiches or on your brats or burgers. We use it also in our recipes. It's great in cornbread. You do your soups, things like that. We dip it right out of the jar on chips. We eat this on everything. My husband literally has our medium pepper butter on his eggs at breakfast time every morning. So it's
Which one is it?
we do some candied
Pepper right here.
jalapenos also. It's kind of a bread and butter pickle jalapeno. We've got some mustards. We do spice blends, flavored nuts. Like I say, we kind of do it all. We're down at booth 401. We got samples of everything, and we feed the masses like everybody else here because I know we're all foodies. And there is kind of us. Any questions?
Who did you bring with you to help you today?
I brought my husband, and he is someplace down there hiding, but he will feed you as well. He loves to do that.
So is he close?
Pardon?
Is he close or is he at the booth?
He's over there at the booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sell. Yeah.
Yeah, sell, honey, please.
Yeah. You
He's not paying
you didn't
attention.
really want to bring your husband here. You wanted to bring the benefits of a husband, right?
Well, he calls himself the chief of the tote and carry tribe because he just totes and carries all my
Right.
stuff around.
So,
There you go.
all right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go. I put it on the bottom there, and they can dish it around there. Thank you so much.
Chef Eddie Dean,
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
Yes, please.
I got a conundrum. Somebody posed a riddle to me. They said you can eat the best beef ribs that have ever been made in the world's history, but because of it, you can't ever eat pork ribs again. Or you can eat the best pork ribs that were ever made under God's hot sun, but you can now never enjoy another beef rib. What am I supposed to do?
Wait a second. I'll
this-
answer that one. What's your budget look like? And are you paying for these? Because a beef rib at a good restaurant's about $25 for one,
About 35 now.
35 now, and a rack of ribs is $30 a pork. So what are we talking about here?
Money is no object.
Then I would go
Money.
beef ribs, especially if they're done right. But the pork ribs are legit too. So it's kind of like asking you which is your favorite kid.
How do you answer that?
I've got a cat, only one, and she's not my favorite.
All right, we got right here. I got it greasy for you. Right here, it's Evil Cowboy. He's always out here. Evil Cowboy out here.
Where's the evil cowboy?
All right, go pass that around, and then I'm gonna. All right, here we go. Let's jump to the jerk. Here we
Evil
go.
cowboy, come to the stage. Work. Go ahead, Brent.
Pass her out. Just give him the whole.
So how's y'all's ribs experience so far, guys? Some of y'all gonna have a rack eating. Everybody good over here? Anybody who wants ribs over here? Anybody want to try these ribs? Yeah, come on over here. Come on,
Anybody
cook.
want to pass out those ribs? Need some volunteers.
Yeah, I just need a volunteer to grab them and go find a friend.
We usually have our kids up here, but our kids are all at catering jobs right now.
They're all at work.
Yeah, they're all over the place. I usually have my kids, which are older than his kids, which is my sibling.
Hey, we fixing to get to Jamaica?
Ah, Jamaican, right here. Can you come up here, ma'am?
Where's her sauce?
Right here.
Okay.
Light it up. Jam Tex Cuisine.
Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. Hey, we got two. All right, here you go.
Hello, everyone. I brought Jamaica to you.
All right.
So, I'm Jackie. I've been in the food business for 40 years. I catered for the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So, I've brought you some flavors from there. Vaughn will tell you more about the product.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So the thing about Jamaican cuisine, a little bit of background that Jackie hasn't mentioned, that she brought a little bit of info here. I'm a food writer and his food historian. So with Jamaican cuisine, our motto is out of many, one people. So the complex makeup of the ethnicities in Jamaica go from Asian right back to black people coming from and being enslaved. Our flavor profiles are very deep. You have heat and you have sweet. But the thing is that if you go anywhere else and they call it jerk and there is no pimento in it, it's not jerk, it's an idea. It's jerk, maybe adjacent. If it has jalapenos, it's not jerk. There's a whole different flavor profile. We use Scotch bonnet peppers or habaneros in a pinch. What Jackie has done for you, she has a motto: if you can't take this heat, take the sweet. She has created a very balanced sauce that really is your go-to for everything. You can put it on a charcuterie board. You can have it slathered over baked brie. You can put it over your meat. You can do it on tofu or vegetables. It's one of the few sauces on the market, also in Jamaica. I flew in not too long ago to be here with her that has that complexity. So we hope you enjoy it today. Thank you. We're in booth 403.
I'm going to do theirs. Thank you, sir. Can we get a round of applause, guys?
Thank you.
Okay, who else? What other vendor? We got any other vendors here right now? There you are.
Cowboy.
Come tell your story. I was hollering for you 30 minutes ago. Okay, I'll justify that.
Well, get up here and tell your story. Where do you go? Cowboy.
This
Come on.
direction.
Come on. Hey, did you get a sample? No. Oh my goodness. You know what it tastes like. Okay, go ahead. Talk about your seasoning.
Hey guys, the Cowboy Spice Company here out of Houston, Texas. This is my new addition to my other 45 seasonings. It's called Apple Cinnamon Rub. It's made with real apples and cinnamon. It's just perfect on your ribs, ham, or a whole hog. All my seasonings and everything else are very complex. I don't use a lot of salts. When I do, I use kosher instead. When you do use my seasonings, you only need to use very little because we don't put fillers in there. We're in space 209. Look for Cowboy Spices. And don't forget, we put the yee-haw back in your cooking.
Yeah, appreciate it. You know, we already gave out your sample.
Yeah, we've already passed your stuff.
Yeah, we were trying to get you.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was great. So, Brent,
Okay.
we got
now-
to get Ben sauce here. Ben sauce. The vendor for Ben sauce.
Any other vendors here right now that we can? There you go. Who you
There
got?
you go. Right here.
Sweet.
All right, Ben sauce. Let me talk to you a little bit about Ben sauce. It's an everyday hot sauce and secret ingredients for heat and flavor at the table, kitchen, and grill. Add to recipes. It's great with mayo, Mexican crema, barbecue sauce, and ketchup. Kick it up a notch or two, and you got some authentic chipotle flavor and heat. Thank you, Texas. From Ben sauce chipotle flavor. I'm gonna put it over here, so anybody want to participate in Ben sauce, we got it right over here. You'll be sure and go to these booths and tell these guys we thank you for.
Go buy their product.
Yeah, buy the product. What do we have here?
Right here. Let's go with Chili Slinger.
Okay, come on. Da 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 da. Chili Slinger Barbecue. Tell them about your product.
Yeah, I'm Mark Chambers with Chili Slinger Barbecue Sauce out of Wichita, Kansas. This is our newest. Sauce out of 5 sauces that we have. This is a unique sauce. It's a Fatali pepper mustard sauce. The Fatali pepper is a member of the habanero family. Has a little citrusy flavor going on. Works well as a binder on your pork butts or your ribs for the seasoning, as well as deviled eggs and many other uses for it. But anyway, we're out of Wichita, Kansas. We are booth number, let me look at this, 324, right over there. So thank you guys.
You got a product? Oh, you got to take that.
What do you want?
You got a big fan over there.
Yeah, you got a big fan here. Look,
Where do I go?
right. Hey, just look for possibilities.
Here.
Who do you have?
Whatever you want. Let's hit winglings right here.
Winglings Dry Rub. Is that vendor out here to talk about his product? No.
Do we have any other vendors up here that? You, come here. Let's go. We got a guy right here. What you got?
Somebody's running. I think they may be running.
Sauce Leopard. Let's do the Sauce Leopard right now.
Okay.
Sauce Leopard. Which one's the Sauce Leopard?
What does it look like? Can you identify it?
Oh, there you go.
Hey, bring us more ribs over here.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, grab that. Where's that mic? There he is. Grab the mic.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sean. I own Denver-based Sauce Leopard. We're probably one of the newer hot sauce companies here. Do we have any Colorado people here?
Woo!
All right. Well,
I'm helping you out.
Cooper Small Batch is over there. We got 2 Denver companies here. But I started this company less than a year ago now. I used to book heavy metal music festivals in Denver. Lost some work during COVID. Obviously, music wasn't happening. And been cooking hot sauce for a long time, and I started this up with all the extra time we had during lockdowns, and now here we are. This sauce is called the Skyrider. It's our ghost pepper sauce. It's our hottest sauce, definitely not as hot as some of the other ones you can get out there. It's got about 25 ingredients, so super complex flavor. It's almost like a jerk sauce with a hint of cinnamon. Figured it'd be pretty good on these ribs. Check it out. We're at booth 323, right there with the big leopards on the tent. Thanks.
How many ingredients?
25.
What made you interested in doing this?
I love to cook. I was just, for work, I was bartending and playing in bands for a long time, and...
So you're an artist.
Yeah,
yep,
clearly.
Actually, all the labels are my own artwork as well.
Wow, so you got all this art inside, so you got to get it out.
That's right.
So this is what we're talking about when we go to in the homeless shelter and prison. We're trying to develop entrepreneurial, and the only way you can develop an entrepreneurial attitude, you got to be a child again. So you got to be in a stage of creativity and imagination.
That's right.
So next question is, why 25 ingredients, not 24 or 26? Why did you stop at 25?
I just needed that extra 5 grams of,
cinnamon?
well, I won't say what it is, but...
Cinnamon?
There's a little cinnamon in there.
There's a little cinnamon. All right, a little bit of secret.
Thank you, guys.
Go find a friend.
Any other vendors out there? All right, we got a couple more, and then we'll kind of start wrapping her up.
Any questions about barbecue or our nonprofit? It's called Internal Freedom Services. We've helped over 3,000 homeless people rewire their brain. We probably have the fastest program. It takes about 10 hours to actually reprogram a brain. So if you know anybody that needs a different direction to take in life, we have a very specific workshop that really, really works. In fact, our percentage is in the high 90% of where we take people that's been on heroin for 30 years, and in 10 hours of interaction, actually, the urge goes away. So we know exactly how to do it. And the secret is we walk into the environment with the idea that we have to get them to go back up the river and start cleaning up and identify what caused the river to be polluted in the first place. So when a child is born, they're born of love, joy, and peace. They have kindness. They have all this goodness. What happens, they're thrown into these environments where it starts polluting the river, polluting their thoughts, and they start feeling inadequate, unlovable, unimportant. So our system is really, really simple. We have one major vision, is how fast can we go back and change adverse childhood experiences. So the idea is they have to be a child again. So you imagine me going into a prison, you got all these big tough guys and they're all sitting, and what we have to do is teach them how to feel lovable. If you feel lovable, basically you can receive love, but if you feel unlovable, you cannot receive love, because fundamentally you've been hijacked by the polluted river of a 5-year-old experience.
Yeah, go pass it out.
There you go.
All right, guys, we got a spicy honey coming out.
That is something else. I took just a tad in my chemoreceptors in my tongue, took it to the somosensory cortex. Next thing you know, I had substance P firing in, which is pain a little bit. So this one here is a little bit interesting.
Dana did the same thing and made the same noise.
Oh, man.
He goes, woo!
Oh, so substance P is a representation. It's produced by the somosensory cortex, and a lot of times when you get a spicy product like that, you'll get a real big kick of pain. But on the back end, if you get enough, endorphin starts kicking in, which is a reward and pleasure when you eat that product. And so we use jalapenos. So if anybody tries this one right here, get ready for a little bit of substance P, a little bit of pain. So we actually use jalapenos in the homeless shelter. We eat jalapenos. We start producing a lot of substance P, but occasionally what happens is it starts seeping in endorphins. If you think about a marathon, they run 26 miles, and about 18 miles into the marathon, what happens is all of a sudden this pain starts being replaced with endorphins. So this is how we get guys off of heroin. We actually eat jalapenos together.
All right,
so
guys.
I'll eat with them just like they would.
I'm going to blitz through these last few. All right, we got Bombshell Sweets. It's a ghost pepper punch. Cotton candy. It's at booth.
It's cotton candy people up here? You the cotton candy man? All right, come on up here and talk.
I've been hollering for vendors.
You're not the cotton candy man?
Oh.
Oh, what's... Oh, you love cotton candy.
Okay,
We'll make,
and then
we'll make sure you get some cotton candy ribs.
we got to figure out how to get the cotton candy out. We got the winglings. It's on that plate that just went out. It's the dry rub. And we got the Texas hot sauce, original recipe. It's one of these pieces of papers. Oh, here it is. Hot sauce made with all fresh ingredients without sugar, salt, or artificial anything. Add their barbecue sauce, the eggs, pasta, veggies. It's at booth 408, guys. So I don't know how we're going to do the cotton candy.
Cotton candy, what you got to do is go to that booth and try it.
Go to the booth. Check it out, guys. It's good. Did anybody not get any ribs?
If you did not get a rib?
How did you pull that off? Let me see.
Have you been sitting there the whole time?
Have you
been sitting there the whole time? Oh,
do we got your product up here? Oh, okay.
Do you have a product? Where's your product at? Come up here and talk about your product. Come on.
Who else didn't get a rib?
Hey, why did you take your glasses off?
Hey, I saw this guy. You need a rib, sir?
You got to come up here.
You want something? Let me get you something. Let me find something up there.
All right. Tell us about your product.
Okay.
This is Gina.
Thank you. That's right. I'm Miss Gina Cooks. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I make 3 products that you've probably never tried before. I've got an avocado tomatillo salsa called Snappy Avocado Salsa. I have a slow-cooked Italian gravy called bold tomato bruschetta made with San Marzano tomatoes. And I have a Greek and Spanish olive tapenade, which is a fancy word for spread, with Thai chilies for a kick. They're all natural. They have no sugar, and we would love to have you come try them. I'm right over there with that picture of the way I wish I looked now. Thanks.
Yeah, get there. I'm going to take off my glasses, too. Yeah. There you go.
All right, we're going to just kind of...
So you guys there stood up. Y'all were looking for some ribs.
They want some ribs, yeah. I'm going to just throw out some last few.
Jenna, you got... Whoa, Jenna. Come on back up here. You got to take some ribs out there. You said you didn't have any ribs.
Here, let's get me a tray and let's get these last bit out.
Here's a tray.
Is that a smaller tray? I need one of those smaller trays.
Here.
We're almost there. Okay, this is cherry chipotle, TD's Brew and Barbecue. I'm gonna hit a few of them. If you see the one with the red sauce on there, that's the TD's Brew and Barbecue. We're just gonna kind of mix it up on this last batch. Should we do like a suicide over here?
Hey, what we need you to do is make sure you save one for yourself, since you're the one that started this. Any other questions on barbecue or ribs or what we're doing in the homeless shelters?
All right, let's dress these up real quick and we'll go with it.
Okay, this is going to be the last.
Hey, I'm going to hit it with some Caribbean jerk here.
Chef Eddie Dean.
Yes, sir.
How come it's so hard for them to get authentic barbecue flavor on barbecue potato chips? A lot of them, you can tell when you eat them that they are, so to speak, barbecue potato chips, but they don't taste like the greatest of fine barbecue. And what are the best barbecue potato chips that you've ever had?
Man, where do you come up with these questions at?
They can't make it taste authentic because they have no soul.
Yeah, you got to have a soul.
They're just a big machine producing a product.
Does that answer your question? Basically, it's a commodity, not art. So it's going to be hard to create that authentic experience when you're making a commodity instead of art.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions?
If you want to go check us out, we got a restaurant on 205 between Rockwell and Ontario called Smoke Monkey Music Hall. We got live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got one in Tyler off 155, right outside of between Lake Palestine and Tyler, Texas. We got, if y'all ever heard of Ham's Orchard, it's a peach orchard, really famous peach orchard. We got a restaurant behind there. We do the barbecue for them. We also got 2 hot chicken restaurants, one in Forney, Texas, and one in 7 Points. So we always got a lot going on.
Chef Eddie Dean, one of our viewers, David, has a question for you. Why are they wrapping brisket these days? Where did that come from, to wrap brisket?
What they're doing is they're trying to set a hydrothermal state. So what happens is brisket obviously is made up of 95% moisture, but there's a bond, a super tight bond in the connective tissue that needs to break down. So that increases the rapidness of that to break down. So what you're doing is you're containing everything. There's an enzyme that activates, and that just happens to increase it. It makes it faster, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. And so that's kind of what it boils down to. Also, you got to think about how do you transport it. You know, I've kind of came to the conclusion that if you wrap it in butcher paper versus foil, foil is very convenient. Butcher paper breathes. So if you got a crust versus no crust, why is that? I think the foil sometimes has a tendency to be a lot more moist inside and allow the crust to soften. But a lot of things in barbecue are done because somebody else does it. So that's kind of what it boils down to. People try to do things to be cool, but I don't know if there's a lot of practical application to it.
You know, what you're looking for is that people want a great experience, so you want to create the greatest experience. So basically, when you wrap it, you're improving the tenderness of the product. There's an enzyme called capsaicin that will start breaking down the connective tissue that makes it so tough. So basically, right there at the end, you just want to maintain and preserve that tenderness and that juiciness that's in the product. Any other questions? Any other questions about it? I got a wedding to cater. That's why I'm first on the stage today. I got friends getting married, so they expect me to be there as a guest and a caterer. I don't know if y'all ever had that kind of situation. I also play the piano, so there's been times where not only I'm the caterer, I'm a guest. I got to play the piano, so it's I just try to do whatever I can do to be a benefit to whoever that is.
The therapist.
That's why I take my backwards bicycle to weddings, so I can help these brides and grooms, figure out how to go back up the river and clean up the river before they get married. So anyway, thank you for coming to ZestFest. Thanks for being a part of our show. And if you didn't get a rib or didn't get something, it's because you guys didn't have enough air in your basketball. That's what it was. Y'all had to put a little effort into it. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow if you're coming back. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Eat like the President of the United States when you eat with Eddie Dean.